Back in Week 5, the Jaguars snapped a 3-game losing streak in their series against the Titans. Today, Jacksonville goes for the sweep and is headed your way. Next.
All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games. Season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Now come the Titans for their first possession, led by Ryan Tannehill in his 10th NFL season and 3rd with Tennessee.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
From the 29, Tannehill. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. Now Tannehill uses the stiff arm, fights off the defender, and he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Jaguars' 46-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Caught on the right side by Jones. He's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally, and then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser, and he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. This opening drive has taken him to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. Tannehill looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And Bullock will put this one through.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Jacksonville offense getting ready to begin this first drive, and at the helm, the #1 overall pick back in April, Trevor Lawrence, the rookie out of Clemson.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there. A gain of 12.
Here's Lawrence.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
7 yards, the pickup there. From midfield now, Lawrence.
Completing it here to Marvin Jones. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
That's caught by Hollister. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Now Lawrence to throw.
The left side completion to Jones.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Jags with a football to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Lawrence.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. On 2nd down now. It's Robinson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Lawrence going to give this to Robinson, draw play. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out, and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
It's a nice top spin on the little bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Now it's Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming out. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Tannehill. Got a man. It's Brown.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle but couldn't spring himself free. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
And the Jacksonville offense on their way out again as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Tennessee offense set to go again, and they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down, Tannehill.
And this one too low.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and the Jags grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Nashville would give them the season series. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 5 now. Lawrence. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Arnold. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. To throw again is Lawrence. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get it. 60 on.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tavon Austin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From the 6. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. He's been good so far to this point in the 2nd quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the 2nd quarter. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. Open man is Cameron Batson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more.
It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series, so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Now Lawrence on first down.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Tyron Johnson, the one he was looking for.
And now it's second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
He's going to float this one deep right side.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
And Lawrence will throw.
He's going to get this to Austin, complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it'll be Titan football. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. He'll try to generate some more steam on offense down to the scoreboard second quarter. Not necessarily his fault, but he's always a guy they want to get extra involved.
Keep finding ways for him to get the football. Keep force-feeding him in that way. Get to the half, kind of reboot, start over again to try and erase the other things that have them down on the scoreboard.
They'll be looking for a little more juice here in the second quarter before they do hit that halftime locker room. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And Jones has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. On 1st and 10, Tannehill, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tannehill throwing again. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Back to throw, Tannehill. A slant to Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it. Not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think in this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. And meanwhile, for the Titans, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And the half will begin with a touchback.
Let's go, baby.
The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Here's Robinson again on second down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Eventually, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Now Lawrence.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Now Lawrence. That's caught by Hollister. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Lawrence.
Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. The kick by Lambeau is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. On 2nd and very short, Tannehill. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. To throw is Tannehill.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Rookie Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguar offense ready to take over. On play action, Lawrence.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence
finds the open target, Arnold. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Here's Lawrence.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
50 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping.
And it's a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Rookie Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguar offense ready to take over. On 1st down, Lawrence dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
Every time I see James Robinson make a run, as we just saw there, one word comes to mind for me, and that's determined. Undrafted, out of Illinois State, always doubted, and all he did, finished 6th in the NFL in rushing. What a find he was in 2020, and he expects that to continue in 2021.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. On the run, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Arnold.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Robinson. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
He's got it.
And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Tannehill now to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
Rookie Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguar offense ready to take over.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. 2nd and 10. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. Here's Tannehill. It's caught. Michael Pruitt. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now it's Tannehill. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. Rookie Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguar offense ready to take over. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, Robinson. And some room to roam now. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They'll run here with Robinson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. On 2nd down, it's Robinson. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25.
Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. So now Tannehill and the Titans down 20-10. 1:45 to play. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw into the hands of Ferkser here.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Here's Tannehill.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Anthony Frisker, the intended target.
And it's second down.
Throwing Tannehill. He's got Firkser.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Tannehill. Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end Firkser.
Not much there, only a yard. Counting down to 30 seconds remaining. Jones has it. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Now Tannehill.
Looking downfield for Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
So many times in the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about...
They'll run on 1st down. Robinson found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Jaguars, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Titans, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers.